Hello, my sweet, sweet water signs. I'm doing things a little bit differently this week, and this video will be mini love readings for the month of July 2021. So if you take a look in the description box down below, there will be a timestamp that links to your water sign. You can jump right over to where you need to be for your mini love reading. I'm going to use just one deck today, no clarifiers, but I'll still pull 10 cards and give you as much information as I can muster from there. If you want to cross watch for your other signs, there will be videos for fire, earth, and air as well that you can go check out, share with a friend, share with a loved one, share with your partner maybe if there's an insight that you get today that's helpful. As always, these are general readings. They might not resonate for you, and that's fine. Take the things that are for you, take the things that inspire you, take the things that empower you today, and leave the rest behind. We are only focusing on getting into your higher vibes. So, take what you need, leave the rest. The order in which I am going to be doing these water sign readings will be Pisces, followed by Cancer, followed by Scorpio. All right, so let's get into it. Pisces, you are up. Let us see what's going on for you in love this July 2021. Okay, I'm getting energy here, Pisces, of prospective love. So not yet together, or maybe just starting to come together. Overall energy for you, the month of July is going to be temperance. All right, patience, balance. But I think patience is going to be an especially important one for you in this connection here and for, the person that you're with. So for them in the connection, Four of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Hanged Man. This is somebody who keeps their cards close to the chest. I think they are somebody that you have difficulty reading, but they make it that way. They're not somebody who's interested in taking quick action. They're not even sure they're somebody who wants to take action, okay? So it's a little bit harder for you to kind of crack into them. They are, I think, at their core, a sensitive person. I just think that they are not maybe super emotionally mature yet. They've gone through some things in their life that keep them a little emotionally stunted. So they're very protective of themselves. Everything here is coming from a place of they're feeling like they really need to protect themselves. They don't want to act on things. They don't want to move forward with new people because they have fear of being hurt. They have fear of their sweet, tender little heart being broken. So it's going to be somebody that you need to, again, be really patient with. Be able to find different diverse ways to talk with them to help get them to help them build some trust around you so that they can relax, let that guard down a little bit, let you in a little bit. And like the more that can happen, the more trust will build, the more they'll be interested maybe in taking some action forward and building on what's going on between the two of you. Now for you in the connection, Pisces, we have Four of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Justice card. I don't feel like you're bothered by the sense that this person isn't interested in taking quick action. You have other things going on in your life that have your focus right now. You're doing future planning. You may be making some changes in your life, particularly around work. You may have some new contracts or things, new projects coming up that are getting into decision-making stage. So I think that your focus right now is really on securing your next steps for whatever goals you're working towards, whatever projects you have coming up. So you're not feeling fazed by this. You're allowing this person the space they need, but you're like there for them when they're ready. And I think that's kind of like a nice energetic space to be in. And I think that where you're in this place where you're like planning for your future, where you're being kind and gentle and giving them the space that they require, that's going to help build that trust too. In the connection, things look really, really good. Quite honestly, like all of that may have sounded like it wasn't going anywhere great, but the World, Ace of Swords, and the Lovers here. So the ability to, get to a place where we both feel really good, get to a place where we both feel centered, and get to a place where we're willing to try something. we're willing to talk about it. I think that's part of it. There's going to be this underlying tension between the two of you with the romantic side. This person is playing hard to get because they are hard to get, because they, have hurt that they're dealing with and carrying with them. And you have focus that isn't necessarily on finding love. So for whatever reason that is, maybe right now you're just really focused on you. Maybe right now you're just like not thinking about it because of your last loving relationship. So you're kind of both in this place where you're like, yeah, I'm not looking for it. It's fine. It can be casual. It's whatever. We don't need to have deep emotions. But over time, it's like there's still that person you're turning to, and you're still that person they're turning to, and you come to each other when you need it and how you need it, and you come together when that feels natural. And suddenly this is going to put us in a position sometime throughout this month of July where one of us says, hey, like things feel good here. Things feel comfortable between us. I feel like I trust you. I feel like I can be myself with you. I feel like I can open up to you a little bit. Is this something we want to pursue with one another? I think we're going to have that as a conversation. I'm not sure which one of you is going to be the one to initiate it, but I think it's going to naturally happen. And I do think there is strong potential here for a relationship to start to come together towards the end of the month. I don't think it's going to be, this fireworks thing. I think it's going to be about quiet trust, building safe space where you both can be. And for you, Pisces, I think that's going to be really impactful because you need that as well. You need to feel safe. You give so much of yourself in your relationships. So having this slow start is also helping you kind of temper that tendency to just give yourself fully to somebody very quickly. So overall, a really slow build here, but one that I think can result in very beautiful and powerful things coming from a very natural place where we both feel great, we both feel like we're doing what we want to do, and we both like being around each other, which, what more do you want? So I hope that helps, Pisces. If it did, thumbs up, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Share it with a friend. Cancer, you are next. This is really going to cover the bulk of Cancer season here. So let's take a look at what love has in store for Cancer in July of 2021. Woo. Okay, we got a jumper. Okay, Cancer, overall energy for you for the month of July is the Four of Swords. I think you are going to be taking an active reset in July from love. I don't think that you are interested in being emotionally invested with anybody right now because you're focusing on you, and I think there's somebody that like was around but maybe isn't anymore, and you're feeling okay with it. We're coming to the other side of feeling like any sense of hurt or anything like that. Now we're just focusing on taking care of ourselves and seeing where that can take us. For them in the connection, because their energy is still tied to you, even though physically I think they are removed now from the relationship. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. This person got an offer for something in their life that really mattered to them, that really felt very important. And as a result, it meant that they needed to walk away from some other things in their life, even though they had a lot of care for them. They had to walk away maybe from the relationship, and maybe from a place where they were living, or maybe from a place where it just felt good. Their friendships, their connections, everything was in a good place. But this opportunity was something they could not say no to. So they walked away from all of that. And I think they're struggling with that decision, honestly. But they're not talking to you about it because they had to remove themselves to be able to heal. But I think they're feeling hurt. I think they're feeling pain. I think they're having a really challenging time with this transition. Like, was that the right choice for me to abandon all the things that I had where I was to go after this one thing? So I think, you know, they're dealing with some conflicting emotions, but it's happening external to where you are. I don't think they want to involve you in it, but you were an important part of their life. I think they had a lot of focus on you initially. And so the relationship may not have been super deep or solidified when this came up, which made it easy for them to walk away. But it wasn't until they had separated themselves from you that they really recognized the importance that the connection had for them. Now for you, things have been kind of different. You I think there is some pain. I think you're holding on to some pain that you're not trying to focus on. Not even pain. I think you're holding on to a little bit of resentment because you were starting to feel really bonded to this person. You're feeling comfortable with this person, and now they're gone, and you're like, well, screw me. Why did I spend so much time? You know, why did I give so much energy? Why did I provide so much love to this person? And so instead of dealing with how you're feeling, you're like, not even going to focus on feelings. I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to live in my best mind. I'm going to be my best self. I'm just not going to process it. I'm not going to deal with it. And instead, I'm going to pour myself into the things that matter to me. I'm going to pour myself into the things that, you know, make me feel excited, make me feel like I'm at my best. And so we see you over the month of July really just throwing yourself into every opportunity to be feeling your best so that you're not focusing on feeling crappy, feeling neglected, feeling abandoned. And that's how you're trying to balance things out for yourself. It's just like, I will ignore these feelings and focus on keeping myself in a position of feeling positive emotions in order to be able to move on. Okay, sorry for the interruption in the reading, Cancer. Coming into the connection energy here, Two of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Three of Wands. So something here in this connection left you both feeling, I don't know, out of balance, out of whack. Like, we didn't get a fair ending because, you know, we weren't in a place maybe yet where we had been vulnerable in speaking our emotions. And as such, we didn't get the closure of like sharing how we were feeling. We didn't feel like it was right to be able to say, you know, I'm really hurt because I was developing those feelings for you. I was starting to consider what life might be like with you, and then you've just vanished. So there's a real energy here of things left unsaid, of things you want to get off your chest, but you're feeling maybe a bit too prideful, or like the timing is gone now for you to be able to conclude that and say that to them. And you know, I think somewhere inside of one or both of you is this hope that, you know, maybe there'll be a space where we can come back together again. But for now, I'm just feeling like the ending wasn't fair, and it's making it more difficult to heal because I don't feel like I fully understand what happened. It was like it was there and then it was gone. And those are the hardest connections because, you know, we don't have the closure that we want or the closure that we need. So I really hope that this was helpful to you, Cancer. I wish you the best with this. I think that you need to do a little bit of healing here. I think that you need to allow yourself to focus a bit on the emotional needs that you have and not just throw yourself into other things as a distraction, so that you can get past this. And if you are feeling like you need some closure, maybe you do have to reach out to this person and just try and have a conversation about it from a space of saying, you know, I was feeling really good about what was going on, and then I felt like it was lost, and I just want to talk about it and understand, you know, how it's worked out for you, because I think they're also hurting, and I think the conversation could help both of you move on and maybe in the future be able to come back together meaningfully. I hope that helps. All right, Scorpio is the next one for us. I have such a fondness in my heart for sweet Scorpios. Some of my favorite people, some of the people I get along with the best, shockingly. All of our fixed energy just comes together really beautifully. Woo. All right. So Scorpio, what's going on for you in love for July 2021? Okay, Scorpio, your card coming up As the overall energy here, we have the Death card. All right, we're talking about changing out some of our cycles, things that are common pattern behaviors for us, things that are how we normally react to things, how we normally interact with things. We're just like trying to let go of some of that, trying to let ourselves be in a space where we're feeling, the ability to be, I don't want to say versatile, but sort of versatile, like want to be able to try and to feel things, experience things in a different way. Interesting. It's interesting energy here, honestly, for the two of you. For them in this connection, Scorpio, we have the Hermit, the Empress, and Judgment. Three major arcana cards coming up here. This is somebody who's going through personal transformation right now. Maybe you're noticing that they are withdrawing a little bit from you or withdrawing from the relationship a little bit, and I think for you, that's causing a little bit of panic. You feel like something's being hidden from you. But really for them, they're going through an internal shift right now. They're going through an internal shift in how they're seeing the world. They're going through an internal shift in what they want out of life. And they're trying to figure out how they can bring what they want in life forward. So this person is living inside of themselves in a big way right now and has nothing to do with you, nothing to do with not wanting to have you around, not wanting to be in your energy. They're just going through a shift, going through a change. They're recognizing things about themselves that they weren't aware of. They're recognizing parts of their power and parts of their wants and desires that they weren't privy to. And they're really trying to work through that to see how they can take it into the next phase, how they can make positive changes for themselves through that in their lives. For you in the connection, we have Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Moon. So I think it's going to be interesting, this person pulling out because they're just like really trying to focus on getting themselves ahead, going through this internal shift in a big way. And you, who normally like plays it really cool, plays it really calm, plays it really casual, are going through a bit of a panic. Like, what are they keeping from me? Should I be just like cutting and running? I feel threatened by the lack of communication. I feel like there's a shift in the dynamic between us. It's making me panic. Like, do I still fit into the plan, to their energy? And I think you're going to find yourself maybe feeling a little bit more needy than usual, maybe reaching out to them a little bit more, making them affirm for you that they care for you, affirm for you that you're valuable to them, that they want you in their life. And that's not an energy that you normally sit in, Scorpio, so I think that's going to be challenging for you. And I don't think you're going to be direct about it. I think you're going to find ways to make them kind of like prove that they want you around without saying, I'm feeling threatened by you seemingly stepping back from the relationship a little bit right now, and it's hurting me, and I want to know if there's any secrets or anything I need to know. So that's some tea right there. All the Scorpios in the comments are going to be mad at me, but that's fine. I think it's important that we recognize, like, when we have those reflexive responses to somebody pulling away from us, it means we probably care about them and care about the situation more than we're willing to even say. In the connection, though, it's really beautiful, Scorpio. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, and Lovers. So you may be dealing with a fire sign, or otherwise there's just a lot of passionate energy happening between the two of you. But this sense of sort of neediness that you're coming forward with, I think is going to pull this person a little bit out of their internal shift mode, where they're like, oh, shoot, yeah, I have been withdrawn, but it's because I'm like in my head dealing with all this stuff, thinking about all these things that I'm trying to transition into. And I'm so sorry I've been negligent of you. I recognize that I've been withdrawn, and I needed you to call me out on it. And I do care about you, and there's a lot of passion between us, and I want to continue moving forward. I want us to be inspired in one another, and I want us to create something that is beautiful and passionate. I think there's definitely a lot of physical chemistry, physical attraction, sexual attraction between the two of you here. So when we got into this space where they're in their cerebral land and then you're in your head too, and we forgot about that. We forgot about the passion. We forgot about the connection. We forgot about that sexy want and desire that we have for one another. And you giving in to not just cutting this person off, but saying, like, I'm going to find a way to poke and prod and figure out why I'm not getting the responses from them I want. That's going to just make them realize, I'm sorry, like I've been going through it, and I didn't recognize how I was behaving. And as a result, that's going to allow the relationship to blossom again. So I think as we get into the second half of July, moving into August, you're going to see a lot more excitable energy, a lot more passion, a lot more recommitment to the relationship. As this person learns how to balance what they're going through with, managing having a relationship. Because I do think that this is for a couple, maybe not necessarily like super, super deep into your relationship. You're not yet like married or anything like that, but it's still in that space where like we feel vulnerable a little bit and scared of losing each other a little bit. And I do think that if you can keep an open channel of communication, Scorpio, and if you can be open in communicating your needs and your feelings towards this person instead of becoming resentful or just pulling away from them, that you will get the outcome that you want, and things will more quickly move into this area of passion, of excitement, of reigniting the flame. So I hope that really helps you. As always, if you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a thumbs up, leave me your comments, your questions, share this video with a friend. All of that really helps me and makes me feel great as well. And it's a joy to do this for you. So if you liked this mini reading for the month, let me know. I can bring this format back, certainly. And you can check out your other cross-referencing videos in the other categories. We got fire, air, and earth still for you to pick from. And everything is timestamped again down below in all those videos so that you can easily get to the readings that apply to you. I will be back to my regular scheduled programming next week. I hope to see you then.